Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my brothers and sisters. You're new here? Then welcome to my channel, War Chronicle. I am your host. On this channel, we discuss everything about wars happening around the globe. We also discuss lesser-known stories of bravery that often go unnoticed. Before we begin, please take a moment to subscribe and press the bell icon so you never miss out on any updates. Suddenly, they noticed some suspicious movement near the fence and decided to investigate. However, the fact is, contrary to popular belief, Naik Mahfuz was actually found alive multiple times after the incident on July. Once, when he was spotted by the Indian Army, he even signaled them to come towards him by moving his hand like a helicopter. But unfortunately, he was spotted by the Pakistan Army, and they opened fire again, forcing him to stay put for more than 30 days. But the fact is, the army never stopped looking for him. It was only on September, when the weather cleared, that the Indian Army launched a major operation to find him. He joined the Indian Army in the year 1997 and was posted in Jammu and Kashmir. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited him in the hospital and awarded him the Kshatriya Medal for his bravery and resilience. For those who don't know, the Kshatriya Medal is awarded to soldiers who display outstanding courage in the face of the enemy. And many people doubted whether Naik Mahfuz really displayed outstanding courage or not, since he was ambushed and left behind. We salute this brave soldier for his courage and sacrifice. We also pray for his swift recovery and for the strength to continue serving our motherland. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. But if we look at his actions, he displayed remarkable presence of mind when he realized that he was being targeted. He immediately took cover and tried to make himself invisible. He moved from one place to another, staying low and trying to camouflage himself with the surroundings. He survived for more than a month by eating berries and drinking rainwater, which shows his determination to stay alive. When he saw the Indian Army, he signaled them to come towards him by imitating a helicopter, showing his presence of mind. Lastly, he never lost hope and kept trying to reach the Indian post despite being injured and being fired upon, which shows his indomitable will to survive. Therefore, he definitely deserves the Kshatriya Medal for his bravery and presence of mind. The entire nation celebrated his return, and people threw rose petals from helicopters as it flew over Delhi. We may never get the answer to this question. But one thing is clear: Naik Mahfuz is a true hero and an inspiration for all Indians. He showed the world the true meaning of courage, resilience, and patriotism. His story will be told for generations to come, and his bravery will continue to inspire young Indians to serve their country with pride. People waved their national flags and shouted Bharat Mata Ki Jai as the helicopter carrying Naik Mahfuz landed at the hospital in Delhi. Naik Mahfuz became an overnight sensation, and people started calling him the soldier who never gave up. He had 2 younger brothers, Kuldeep and Narendra, and 2 sisters. His wife works as a teacher in a government school in Secunderabad, and his eldest son is studying in class 11th. His youngest son, aged just 7 years, said, "I want to become an army officer like my father, so that I can serve my country and make everyone proud." What a great upbringing this family must have had for their kids to think like this at such a young age. May Allah bless their family. Amin. Major General A.S. Second and his team entered the forest on September, and after walking for 10 hours, they found Naik Mahfuz alive. He was lying in a small cave, wrapped in a blanket made of leaves and branches. He was weak and couldn't speak, but he was alive. The Indian Army officer said that he looked like an abandoned doll. Major General Second picked him up and carried him on his back for half a kilometer to a safe place where he was evacuated by a helicopter. In fact, Major General A.S. Second, who led the operation to find Naik Mahfuz, said that they had reports of Naik Mahfuz being alive, and they kept searching for him. But there was dense fog and heavy rainfall in the area, which hampered their search operations. Also, the area where Naik Mahfuz was located is a very sensitive area close to the line of control, and it is surrounded by mountains on 3 sides, making it very difficult to access. Moreover, the Pakistani army was heavily guarding the area, firing at anyone who dared to enter. He was stuck between 2 enemies, Pakistan Army and the terrain itself. In fact, he was found alive 14 times, but each time he was taken back to the same spot and left again. This time by a group of shepherds, who informed the police. He was then taken to the hospital in critical condition, and since then he has been stable and has been able to talk and recognize his family members. His wife and kids were flown in from Secunderabad, and the first thing he said to his son was, "You must study hard and become an officer in the Indian Army. That is the spirit of a true soldier." Each time he tried to make his way through the forest and reach the Indian post, he was forced back by Pakistani rangers who kept opening fire at him. They wanted him dead. But the indomitable will to survive made him keep trying again and again. Unfortunately, they fell into an ambush laid by the Pakistani army. The soldiers fought bravely, but Naik Mahfuz got injured during the heavy exchange of fire and had to be evacuated. However, due to bad weather, the helicopter couldn't land and he was left behind. That was the last time anyone saw him until he was found alive 48 days later. We will be discussing a soldier who is now being called the soldier who never gave up by the media. His name is Naik Mahfuz from 16th Battalion, Kumaon Regiment. This is not going to be one of those motivational videos that you have seen on social media, where only a selected few clips are used to portray a certain picture. Rather, this is going to be the complete history of Naik Mahfuz from the day he joined the army till today. You will know what kind of man he was, what were his struggles, his childhood, and how he became the soldier who never gave up. So without any further ado, let's start. He was part of an Indian Army patrol that went missing in the month of July 2022 while on a mission near the line of control in Jammu in Kashmir. And after 48 days, he was found alive on September 2022. Naik Mahfuz has become a national hero for his indomitable will to survive under the most difficult conditions, but very few know his complete story. So today I want to share with you the complete history of Naik Mahfuz, the soldier who never gave up. But before we begin, I would like to clarify one thing. On July 3rd, 2022, Naik Mahfuz, along with 2 other soldiers, were on a routine patrol duty near the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, many people assume that after the incident on July 3rd, he was missing and nothing is known about what happened to him. He stayed alive by eating wild berries and drinking rainwater. On September 1st, Naik Mahfuz was spotted for the 15th time. Many questions were raised about why it took the army 48 days to find him, when he was found alive 14 times earlier. There were numerous attempts made by the Indian Army to retrieve Naik Mahfuz, but they were unsuccessful because of the bad weather and heavy Pakistani fire. Naik Mahfuz was born on November 1977 in a village called Bailakri in Haryana. After Naik Mahfuz was rescued, he was first taken to a military hospital in Srinagar and then to Delhi for further treatment. Though the question arises, why did he receive the Kshatriya medal? However, there are still questions about how the Indian Army failed to find him for 48 days, when he was found alive 14 times earlier. So that was the complete history of Naik Mahfuz, the soldier who never gave up.